Our second inductee is Carol Etherington. After earning her Bachelor of Science degree in nursing at Catherine Spaulding College, Ms. Etherington went on to attend graduate school at Vanderbilt University, where she worked with the Metro Police Department before launching her career in one of the poorest counties in North America, an opportunity that resulted in some of the richest experiences of her life. Soon after, she established the Victim Intervention Program, still in existence today, providing crisis counseling to victims of violent crimes. But her work impacting lives didn't end in Nashville or even in Tennessee. After realizing the prevalence of rape throughout the war-ravaged country of Bosnia, Ms. Etherington began working with thousands as she traveled throughout 10 other countries with Doctors Without Borders and became their president, the only nurse ever to earn that title in the United States. Reflecting on her full career, she takes special notice of the lessons she has been afforded from sitting on the front row of life as she worked with survivors of crime, disaster, war, and conflict across countries, counties, and continents. Please welcome presenting sponsor Acadia Healthcare's Chief Operating Officer Ron Fincher to the stage to present Carol Etherington with her award.
Well, making presentations does not usually throw me, but I'm a wreck. I want to, in one very short moment, go through a history of life in this city and beyond that is just pretty amazing. And to be inducted with the group that's being inducted is even more amazing to me. I can thank every mayor of Nashville, dating back to Richard Fulton, for contributing to my life here, my professional life. Walking in when he had a 27-day open door policy when he was first elected, he listened to me describe how appalled I was by both the criminal justice system and the healthcare system's response to victims of violence. He agreed, brought me on board, and along with Chief Joe Casey, who is here, we were able to start the Victim Intervention Program and later Police Support Services, which serves police officers and their families. Fast forward to working on an initiative regarding reduction of substance abuse in the early 90s. Mayor Phil Bredesen supported the notion of an Office of Drug Policy, which became, through countless efforts of many people outside myself, the Nashville Prevention Partnership. And moving on from that, after I had left Metro, Mayor Purcell and then Mayor Dean invited me to serve on boards, which has meant a great deal and given me great insight and given me great colleagues, including Dr. Henry Foster, who is here and who is a treasure beyond belief to this city and everywhere else. So having the opportunity to be on those boards has given me a different insight than working inside the government. When I decided that it was time to go with different initiatives, I'd had students from Vanderbilt. So I went to Colleen, whom you have had beautifully a tribute to her. And I said, Colleen, I can't take students anymore because I'm going to work internationally and I won't be at the department. And she said, would you like to teach? And I thought, oh my Lord. I'm a trench nurse, not an academic. And she said, I think we can work this out. And she did. And so the cornerstone for me has been Vanderbilt in many ways, because from graduate school to now, it's been a cornerstone, both because I forged friendships that are a family for me, and I married a Vandy grad. And it's these people who have through all the years, and they're here, along with my friends, sworn and civilian from the police department, who have, when I've been overseas or in some place of disaster after 9/11 or whenever, that have literally grounded me and brought me home to recoup and serve another day. So in thinking back through all those years, I just want to say thank you directly to all of you and to my husband, who, despite my forays in places unknown in the later years, supported me going, sometimes for months, and also in the early years supported me when I would disappear in the middle of the night at 2 or 3 o'clock and detectives had called and we had a victim at the hospital. He has always been a rock. I loved you then, I love you now, and I will through all the days to come. And I can't end without saying something about all the other people who have dotted the landscape of my life. And that's the individuals and the families and the people I've met in many sites and faraway places. And the memory of them is always with me. The people who, the docs and nurses who start medical clinics with no medical supplies, people who are in refugee camps and who realize that children need to be taught, and so they start school with no supplies. People who have, for most of the internationals, realized that we get out safely because of them on many occasions. And most of the time, they will risk their lives to get us out if everything goes south. Those people, like so many people across our own nation, are so extraordinary. They'll never be known. They'll never have a podium from which to speak. And so it's a gift to be able to just acknowledge them and to say what they have meant to my life. I wish every one of them could have a John Henry Hale and Millie, or a Matthew Walker, or a Bill Schaffner, or a Henry Foster, or whomever. So I want to end by just saying, and I think Colleen would be really happy to say on her behalf, certainly on my behalf, on behalf of some of the extraordinary nurses dotted through this room and beyond, we deeply appreciate the recognition of our profession. Thank you, Belmont and McWhorter Society, the people who made this meticulously organized event occur, and thank you all for what you do for healthcare.